So if you have a timeshare, can you get rid of it in a bankruptcy case? Watch our next video and find out. So a question we get from a lot of clients when they're coming in to file is, what can I do with my timeshare? Now, timeshares are usually not a wise financial decision. So for most of our clients, they are going to surrender their interest in their timeshare. Now, we do have some clients that want to retain them and keep paying their fees, and that's completely up to them. But if you do want to surrender your timeshare, you can most certainly do that in your bankruptcy. Now, a couple of things. When you surrender your timeshare in the bankruptcy, understand that any fees that have accrued up until that point, we can get rid of. But any of your maintenance fees that are going to accrue after you file and up until the point that you no longer own the timeshare, those you'll still be on the hook for. So what do? Well, the first thing you need to do is make sure that you have the timeshare listed in your bankruptcy schedules as an executory contract, and that's going to be on Schedule G. So at our firm, we will list a timeshare on Schedule G as an executory contract, and we will reject it. And then we immediately notify the client that they need to surrender in terms of deeding, signing the timeshare back over to the timeshare company so that those fees don't continue to accrue. Again, most of our clients do want to surrender those timeshares. You don't want to file a bankruptcy though, and then you think it's discharged, and then you keep getting these maintenance fee bills on this timeshare because technically you still own it until you have deeded it back. And the timeshare folks typically are not going to foreclose on the timeshare. They're just going to let it sit there. So you don't want any post-petition timeshare maintenance fees to keep accruing. So best rule of thumb is if you are if you're in a bankruptcy and you're going to surrender your timeshare, make sure it's listed on Schedule A as, of course, a real estate interest, but also listed on Schedule G as an executory contract. Reject it, and then make sure that you get the documentation from the timeshare folks to deed it back over to them so that you don't keep incurring any fees on those monthly or usually annual maintenance fees on the timeshare. If you have any questions about timeshares in bankruptcy or any bankruptcy questions in general, don't hesitate to reach out. Our information is below, and we're always happy to answer questions.